let's have an honest to God conversation about what we just saw. Okay, so looking at everything that they just showed us for Disney Plus in regards to Star Wars, I don't know about you. I'm gonna make the bold proclamation. I'm going to say it, and you can agree or disagree. That's entirely fine, but I'm going to say it. Star Wars is saved. Disney Plus saved Star Wars, and I called that too a while ago. I did a video titled "Why Disney Plus Will Save Star Wars," and dude, The Mandalorian, it gets it. Like Favreau and Filoni coming together to produce this show together, to create it together, to work on it together, to Filoni saying it feels like Star Wars. He says that it feels like Star Wars. And that's not something he says lightly. And this is a dude who learned like Star Wars from George Lucas. So it's not like he's some Holly come lately person to the party. You know what I mean? None of this Star Wars story group that was pulled from some liberal arts college on the West Coast, you know, full of their own farts and $80,000 in student loan debt that came in to work on Star Wars because they happened to enjoy Ewoks as a kid. This is Filoni. And I think I'm not the only one who fundamentally agrees at this point. It's that this did great. This looked fantastic. My jaw was on the floor, man. It was on the floor. Just the cinematography, the stormtrooper helmets on sticks, the fight scenes with the Mandalorian. I mean, everything about it looked great. Like, I don't know what the story's going to be, but a decommissioned ATST, right? You see the foot and then you hear the shot and then like, there's like the cannon and oh my God. And I'm not gonna lie, the Mando ship looks a lot like it looks a great deal like Firefly. I'm not alone in thinking that, right? It looks a lot like Serenity. It really does, and that's cool because it's like it feels like a bit of a throwback. It just feels like a bit of the space western, like what Joss Whedon's Firefly was meant to be. That's what it feels like to me. Full on a high budget. We're talking 8 episodes, $100 million budget is what was reported. Just the sound, it sounded great. Looked spectacular, looked phenomenal, looked amazing. Holy crap. I didn't think they were going to pull it off. I didn't think they were going to, it's Favreau, so I knew it was going to be good. But then like I saw, Lion King, and Lion King was like, it just kind of made me lose a little bit of luster, a little bit of love towards Favreau as a director. Because it just felt like it was a lazy, cash grab. And this could have easily been a lazy cash grab. This could have easily been one of those things that's just was made to get you interested. But no, there's time, there's effort, there's care. There's the inclusion of the 501st. They play a lot of the stormtroopers that are in the episodes. Werner Herzog, Gus Fring from, Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad. And he's, the Death Troopers. It looks hardcore, man. Now, I got to say, too, going back and looking at the other aspect of it with Cassian Andor, whatever that show's going to be, and seeing Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk come on stage together, it was pretty amazing. And I say that because they have great chemistry. I mean, they really do have great chemistry. And that little interaction with them joking around is, I think, going to translate very well to what we see in the show. The fact that the scripts have been written, the show is ready to go, being shooting early 2020, which means it's probably going to come out, I want to say maybe early 2021, because what we're going to see with The Mandalorian season 2 has already been confirmed, which means that's going to come out in the fall of 2020, perhaps maybe, it's going to come out in the fall of 2020, and that looks really good. So what we got is we have The Mandalorian set 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi. You've got Cassian Andor, which is going to take place a couple years before the events of Rogue One. So showing the Empire in full swing, in full order, in full control versus the Mandalorian, which is chaos incarnate because there's no central form of government inside the galaxy at all, right? The universe or whatever, the rims. Then you go and you look at hello there with fucking OBI-WAN, man. Like we knew it was a thing, but they did it. They actually brought him out. Scripts are written. They're going to start shooting early next year. Clearly coming out in probably late 2020, early 2021. I would assume. Probably maybe spring 2021, just to give us that show. And that's going to take place after the events of Revenge of the Sith, when the Empire is now coming into power. And when I say that Disney Plus is going to ultimately kind of save Star Wars, what I mean by that is it's going to reinvigorate it, right? It's going to reinvigorate it in a way that we lost with The Force Awakens and even the last Jedi. I mean, especially The Last Jedi. But looking at the idea here of showing us 3 separate timelines of 3 separate shows, all battling or all dealing with heroes of different styles, battling either the beginning of the Empire, the full force of the Empire, or after the Empire, and everything that comes with it, is going to tell us these tales that diehard Star Wars fans are going to love. And hopefully they move past this point at some point in time. But they're giving us 3 different timelines covering 3 different eras. And I fully believe, and I haven't even mentioned the Clone Wars, which is going to wrap up that storyline, which is going to tie, which is going to, I forget where it's set. It's definitely before A New Hope, right? So it's all that time period. It's going to be whatever the final, it's before Revenge of the Sith. I think. He's Vader at that point, I think. So I'm not too sure where that's going to go, to be honest with you. But give us more Ahsoka Tano. Fans love Ahsoka Tano. I mean, I can see now why Disney canceled Star Wars Resistance, because there's nowhere to take the First Order. But you have, like I said, 3 separate timelines to talk about the Empire, to talk about all these things. And it just looks like I'm blown away by it. I'm absolutely fundamentally blown away by it. And I can't wait. You know what? I might get called, oh, Matt, you're just a Disney shill. You're just Lucasfilm shill, I'm like, man, after seeing the trailer for The Mandalorian and like the passion that's there, that's all fans care about, man. Fans just want the passion again. Fans just want to see this be a thing. And what we're getting is a hell of a thing. And come the 12th, I will also be on the 12th. But 100%, as soon as The Mandalorian that night, we'll be doing a live stream to talk about it. We'll be doing a live stream that night to talk about that. Every week we're going to be talking about it. I think that's going to be the new Game of Thrones. I think everyone's going to flock to that. I think people are going to like lose their mind over it. And I can't wait, but I want to know what you guys have to say about it. So definitely let me know.